Hey, what's up, fish friends? Today we're going to be doing an update on a Scud video that I did a few months ago. I'm going to be talking about some of the pros and cons of having Scuds in your planted tank, specifically with regards to algae and cherry shrimp. Let's get going. So starting with the pros, I'd say that the Scuds are really efficient algae eaters. You look at some rocks like this Sirius stone. Before I had Scuds, that would gradually accumulate small amounts of algae. Nothing major, you know, you can kind of see it on some of the wood. There's really no major algae points in this tank except for this spot here. We got a little bit of blackbeard accumulating. Hard to focus there, but nothing crazy. They've done a terrific job keeping the rocks clean. Um, the one downside I'd say is that I don't see much shrimp breeding going on anymore. So obviously there's a lot of cherries or Bloody Marys and some kind of offshoots in here, some clear wild types as well. But I used to sell shrimp out of this tank like crazy, like made a fair bit of money off of it. And in the past few months, the Scud population has kind of gotten to a point where they are no longer allowing cherry shrimp to breed prolifically. So cherry shrimp still breed in here. You know, if you look inside this little container that's got all the Scuds from the tank that I pulled out of my filter this week, there's a bunch of little baby cherry shrimp in there, but nothing on the level that it used to be. And I believe the reason for that is that they are eating the eggs right out of the cherry shrimp. So um, I noticed that there's not that many pregnant cherries anymore, or buried shrimp. You see the little eggs in the swimmerettes, and that's just not the case anymore. But they're not outright eating the babies because I see a few babies here and there, and I do see the occasional pregnant mommy. In the past, I've been able to. In the past, I've been able to keep cherry shrimp with Scuds without impacting their breeding. I think the one difference in this tank is the carpet. There's just so much space for those Scuds to hang out. Looking down somewhere like this, it's just never-ending habitat. They don't really live in the substrate per se. Maybe the very top layer they're kind of in and out of, but it's this carpeting plant that just allows them to rampantly reproduce. And the other thing about the carpet is that it protects them from my danios and rainbow fish. So I know I've seen the danios eat Scuds. They freaking love them, but they can't get them when they're in the carpet. And since they really only come out in the evening when it's completely dark, there's very little opportunity for my larger fish to eat the Scuds. And then one other thing I noticed is that my moss, I've heard a lot of people say that Scuds will devour moss. I haven't really seen that to be the case, but they do seem to enjoy chewing on this string that I use to attach the moss to the wood. I used to have to trim it and replant it maybe 3 or 4 times a year, and now I have to do this almost every 2 or 3 weeks. I can't say for sure that it's the Scuds chewing that sewing thread up, but I suspect it is. So in the grand scheme of things, if you're looking to breed shrimp in your tank, then maybe don't add Scuds. Um, Also check on your plants from the fish store. That's where mine came from. Wasn't really intentional, but I was pretty excited about it until I noticed that my shrimp population was starting to decline a bit. Granted, I still have a ton of shrimp, so it's not like they're going out and slaying the shrimp left and right. Another cool thing about the Scuds is they can fill the niche of shrimp if you have a tank with some larger fish where you can't have shrimp in there. Scuds are a great alternative because they only come out at night and they tend to hide a lot more effectively than shrimp. So they can not only help keep your algae under control in a tank where you can't have shrimp, but they could also give your fish a little bit of extra protein and free live food, basically. All right, that's all I got for Scuds today. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure to hit that like and sub button if you learned anything. Drop a comment if you have any questions. Till next time, see ya!